Right. So there is a young woman next door, 20s.
Oh yeah, this time I.
So this is a video basically on is abuse. My next door neighbour, since I have moved into this house, we have heard screaming, shouting, yelling. We've heard all sorts of things that, I'll be honest, I haven't been brought up with. I haven't been brought up with violence or abuse or aggressiveness or anything like that. Anyway, I had basically sent to a friend that I grew up with, and I sent to my mum, because they're the only two people that obviously can understand things. No offense to those people that I didn't send the voice notes to or anything like that, because most of you probably grew up in the violence. Anyway, basically it's been draining all day. It started from whatever time it did this morning or this afternoon. I'm probably going to say it started before 12 o'clock, but I had to do other things this morning, so it probably started quite early, but I didn't actually hear it, so I wasn't here. There's been glass broken, there's been a child involved. Why have I not called social services? Because I've had social on me and it isn't very nice. That child should be removed because she's already screamed out and admitted that she has thrown her daughter down the stairs. Okay? She's apparently already cut her wrist. Now you see where my wrist here, it's smooth, there's absolutely nothing there at all. There's no cuts, there's no marks, there's no anything. Well, apparently she's got loads and loads of apparently slices or cuts something. And her ex also said that apparently he said he noticed the other day when her skirt was apparently very, very short. He said he noticed apparently that she's also got slices in between her legs, and she just said she's done that because of stress. She's done that because of what he does to her. So anyway, I am called social on her because I do not want to be that type of person that does that. I know it probably sounds wrong, but I don't want to do that. Okay? So if you're wondering why I've not done it yet, it's because it's the UK, and I know a lot of UK women would have phoned up the police by now, they would have phoned up the social services by now, but that is just, I don't want to be involved. I have my own family. I have me and the kids, and that to sort out, and that, but she's also got a boyfriend in there. I thought she only had on Sunday, I thought she only had 3 guys in there. She's just shouted out today that she's actually had 5 guys in there. And she used the words, and I really seriously hope you guys understand when I say this. She apparently has had a gang bang. She's admitted that she's done everything with these guys. She's even smoked weed with these guys. She's dressed up like a very, very, well, what I don't really want to use the word, but she's had very, very short skirts on, a very, very short top on, so it doesn't give much away. And her ex-boyfriend, she's already phoned the police on her ex-boyfriend once before. And he has already been arrested. He's come round here again. He's been at the pub since 11 o'clock. He came round here and gave a lot of abuse. He's tried smashing in the window. They've got a little girl in there. I don't know how old she is or anything like that, but apparently she's done so much to that little girl, it's unbelievable. I feel sorry for the child, but I do not want to be in trouble myself by phoning anybody, doing anything or anything like that, because I just rather just ignore it and get on with things. Now, like I said, if I could have sent those voice notes that I have recorded, I've sent probably 10 to my mum and probably 20 to my friend. And my friend I grew up with, and that I'm not going to obviously mention his name or anything like that, but I've sent him to my friend and I've sent him to my mum, like I said, and she was like, Steph, leave it alone, don't bother, don't say anything. My stepdad always says to me, Steph, you're not used to it, you're not a violent person, you're not a nasty, horrible person, you don't go around effing and blinding or anything like that. You keep yourself to yourself, and this, that, and that. It just happens to be that people judge me very, very badly. And unfortunately, I have had the social on me twice for wrongdoing. Okay? Very, very wrongdoing. Now, they keep going on, and I can't do zip about it. Well, I can, but I won't. Because the fact is I don't want to be that person, because her ex-boyfriend, okay, he's a violent thug, he's a control freak, okay, he loves to drink, he loves to control, and he knows that she's got a guy in that house. It's just the fact that he won't leave her alone, because he says he loves her. Love isn't violent, love isn't about controlling or anything like that. And yes, she was in love with them, and they've had one daughter together, and he's just been absolutely horrific. He's been trying to smash the glass in, he's been trying to break down the doors, he's held her hostage before, he's held the baby hostage before, you know, he's smacked her about and this, that and the other and stuff like that, but he still loves her, he still wants to be with her. And sorry, but that's just not love, that's no. Anyway, like I said, she's had 5 guys in on Sunday, and we haven't even left November yet. She's got a boyfriend with her at the moment and that, but apparently she's got numerous boyfriends. In the relationship that she's just admitted today, which I don't think, because I'm sorry, but it's not a proud thing to be proud of, to turn around and say this, but she apparently, while she was in a relationship with her ex, having the child, and even after, now this, like again, I said, it's nothing to be proud of, she's admitted that she slept with 27 guys. And apparently she still keeps sleeping with more and more and more. So this guy so she's got her ex coming round, she's got a guy that's in the house, and then she has her ex's best friends come round to the house as well. So you talking double on top of that and that. So in our country, and that's what you would call, well, I think we all know what the name is. I mean, that's not very good or anything like that. But myself, only person, like I said, I feel sorry for is that baby. And that's you know, it's like, I don't want to be phoning a social up or anything like that. I don't want to do anything like that, because I know it sounds really, really brutal, it sounds really, really horrible and nasty or anything like that, and she's my neighbour, and the only communication that me and her have is our parcels. I know it sounds daft. She keeps mine, I keep hers, but I judge when I go round. I judge when I go round to hers, and when she comes round to mine, I'd be as nice as I possibly can and stuff like that. But she knows. I mean, today she threw something at him today. I don't know what it was, but she threw something at him today. Apparently wrecked his t-shirt or something, and that apparently he's got slices or cuts all over him when he turned up there or something like that. Anyway, I started taking my washing down. So she must have, she ended up, I noticed that I didn't look at her face, I didn't even look at the window, I didn't even turn around, I was just listening. But I noticed she went silent as soon as I was taking the washing down, because I didn't want my washing to get ruined. But it has been that bad here yeah, she's been screaming, she's been shouting, she's been yelling and this, that and the other, and he's just saying he's not going to leave and blah, blah, blah. I thought, well, okay, we'll get it all out now before the kids come back from school. Anyway, since the kids come back to school, yes, there was a little bit more going on, and then all of a sudden it stopped for the moment. It has stopped for the moment. But the problem is what the heck do you do? You can't, I don't want to phone the police and end up getting into trouble myself or anything like that, or her being this, that and the other, or getting abuse from him or anything like that. I don't want anything going on between me and her, because I have to live next door to her. But she does scream at that baby a lot. She screams at that baby a lot, and it does sound like she throws. It actually sounded like today she was screaming that much at her baby today, saying, you know, what do you want, what do you want, what do you need, and the baby's screaming that bloody much, and that she must have hit it. She must have hit that child. She must have done, because it also sounded like because the baby also sounded like it's being suffocated, because I was actually listening against the wall. You can't help but listen against the wall, because she was actually talking above my TV. So I put my ears against the wall, and it sounded like the baby actually had a pillow over the face, and that just to shut it up or something like that. But you don't do that. That is just wrong. I felt like I actually wanted being teased today, and my heart's been pounding like crazy. And the walls have been shaking. I mean, we've got the walls. We're waiting for the landlord a moment in time to take off the bits of pieces off the wall. Well, the next door neighbour's ex-boyfriend was making that much racket, that much noise. The whole entire kitchen was shaking and that. So, but I don't know what to do. I really, really seriously do not know. I really don't know what to do, because there's abuse going on there, but to me, she's not helping herself by bringing those guys into the house. I keep a quiet down life and that, and I do not let anybody in the house. I don't let we do our own thing, we go our own places, we do our own thing. But what do we do when screaming's happening, shouting's happening, or anything like that? We normally turn on the music quite high. Turn it on quite high, turn on the TV quite high. We do it for 5-10 minutes or so until things die down. And that otherwise we put on the TV and we try and do what we can to concentrate. I try and like make things more fun inside the house, because literally it is that loud. They might as well be inside the house with us. This house isn't exactly what you call, the walls aren't exactly what you call fantastic. Basically, I've noticed between our walls, I don't know if there's brick and mortar between our walls, but there's not enough. If there is, there's not enough of it, because in our walls there's a gap between the walls, so there's not enough. So there's enough to scream, there's enough to shout, and there's enough to hear your neighbours. And that even if you raise just a little bit of noise, there's still not enough. Anyway, thank you very much for coming and watching. I really do appreciate it.